Round one begins just like most every other traditional granny square. So I'm going to make a slip knot, chain 4, and then I'm going to slip stitch to the first chain to form the ring. Round one, stacked single crochet in the ring. Now, if you don't like to do a stacked single crochet, and I have a video for this on my YouTube channel, if you don't like doing a stacked single crochet, you don't have to. You can do a chain 3 instead, but I like to do a stacked single crochet because it blends into the fabric a little bit better. So along with that stacked single crochet, I'm going to double crochet twice more into the ring. Chain 3, 3 double crochet in the ring, and chain 3, and I'm going to work 2 more groups of 3 double crochet with chain 3s in between to finish the first round. I'll do that and meet you at the end of round 1. To finish round 1, I'm simply going to slip stitch into that first stitch, which is, for me, it's the stacked single crochet. For you, it may be the top of the turning chain. I slip stitch to join, and that is what round 1 looks like. To start round 2, I'm going to work a stacked single crochet in the space that's to the right of the hook, this one right here. If you're working turning chains instead, just simply chain 3 right here. So I'm going to stacked single crochet in this space, then chain 1, then I'm going to work 3 double crochets chain 1 and 3 more double crochets in that same space. So there we have 3 double crochets, a chain 1, and 3 double crochets all worked in that chain 3/4 space, and I'm going to chain 1 after that. I'm going to do that again in this one and again in this one. So I'm going to do that and meet you back at the first corner. So at this point, let's go back and take a look at this real quickly. So there's my first stacked single crochet right there and a chain 1. Then in the next space, I worked 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, and then I chained 1 for the space here. The next space, I worked 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, and I chained 1, and I did it again for this third space. So now, and I make sure I chain 1 after that corner. Now I'm getting ready to finish the first corner that I started with a stacked single crochet. In this corner, I'm going to work 3 double crochet, chain 3 this time, and to finish the first group that I started with the stacked single crochet, I'm working 2 more double crochets. When I'm finished with round 2, I simply join with a slip stitch to the top of the stacked single crochet or turning chain, whichever one you used, to close the round. Okay, so this is round 2. And the reason why 3 of these corners are chain 1s and 1 is a chain 3, because when I turn it this way, you can't really see it yet, but this is going to be the bottom of the heart. This is going to be where I'm going to work the top of the heart. So those chain 1s create the top arch of the heart, and this this chain 3 space forms the bottom point. So make sure that you pay close attention to getting those chain spaces correct in the corners. To start round 3, I'm not going to chain as I usually would. I'm simply going to single crochet. That gives me a little bit cleaner join at the end of the round and doesn't add extra bulk here. So I'm going to single crochet into this same stitch as the join, single crochet in the next chain 1 space, single crochet in the next 3 stitches. And I'm going to single crochet in that space. Now I'm going to work in this next chain 1 space, I'm going to work 9 treble crochets. Before you move on, just make sure that you have 9 treble crochets worked into that chain space. In the next chain 1 space, I'm going to slip stitch. And then in the next chain 1 space, I'm going to work another 9 treble crochets. And once again, before moving on, just make sure that you have 9 treble crochets in that space. In the next chain 1 space, I'm going to single crochet, single crochet in the next 3 stitches, single crochet in the next chain 1 space, and single crochet in the next 3 stitches. Now I'm at the chain 3 space that I told you was at the bottom of the heart. So in that space, I'm going to work 4 single crochets. And then work a single crochet and then in the last 2 stitches of the round. And now I'm back at the beginning, so I'm simply going to join with a slip stitch to the first stitch, and round 3 is finished. So let me show you what that looks like. So here's the bottom of the heart, the tip of the heart where the 4 single crochets are worked. Here are the 9 treble crochets on either side at the top. And at this point you can fasten off. And for the keychain heart, you'll want to make another identical heart to this one. So once you've done that one and fastened off, meet me back here and I'll show you how to sew them together for your keychain. Okay, I have both of my hearts done and it's time to sew them together. So I'm going to hold the hearts wrong sides together. And how do I tell what's the wrong side or the right side? So you'll notice the way I'm holding it right now, the right side is facing you and these loops around the edge are slanted towards you. If I turn it over to the wrong side, the stitches, the tops of the stitches are slanting away from you. So you want to make sure that both of your hearts are oriented with right side out and we're just going to put them together. Okay. And I'm going to locate the slip stitch between the groups of treble crochets, and that's where I'm going to insert my needle. So I'm going to do it this way through the back loop only. Then to make sure that I'm lining up with the one across, I'm going to do it this way so I can see it and pull it through. And once I get it pulled through, I'm just going to leave long enough of a tail to do a simple square knot to anchor the yarn. Okay, so I'm just going to do a simple whip stitch all the way around in the back loop of each heart. So I'm going to start here. This is the next stitch, the back loop of that one, the back loop of this one, and whip stitch through, and do the same thing in the next stitch, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to whip stitch all the way around every stitch. It should line up. Just check when you get to the bottom of the heart, just check to make sure that you're still on track. If you're not, make adjustments. You don't really need to undo what you've done already. You can double up on a stitch if you need to. But I'm going to finish up and meet you back at the end of this sewing. I've finished whip stitching all the way around. You can see that I've got that seam along the edge. Here's the back side, all lined up and done. So the last thing I'll do after we're off the video is I'm going to fasten this off, and I just kind of thread it through, catch some of the back sides of the stitches and hide it on the inside, not where you can see it in the holes, because that would be obvious. All right, so the last piece of the puzzle is to put your key ring through. I've chosen to use these covered wires instead of a keychain. But what you want to do is insert it right where that slip stitch would be, which is right between, it's kind of where that chain one space is, in the middle between the two groups of 9 treble crochets. And this is really cool. You can put your keys on there. You just pull it around. And then if I could get it over here where it seems to be stuck, that would just, oh, I know why. It goes on the other end. There we go. Okay, so this just screws together like so. Very easy on and off for the keys. You screw that together and you have a key ring. You can attach this to a backpack, a purse, anything you like, and it adds a nice little ornament, bag charm, whatever you like, to your bag. And that is the heart keychain.